G'day guys, it's me. I'm back. Well, I'm just thought I'd make a video about the Scrabble Go app that's available on Facebook, and it is also available on Google Games, and also available on the iPhone version of Google Games, whatever that is. So Apple apps or some such, but it came out on Apple apps, the App Store. That's it. I'm literally looking at it right now. So it's been made available. There's a new publisher called Scopely, and I did play this app. It's been out for a number of years, but it hasn't really been marketed to the community until it came out on Apple Store. So it's gone through a number of revisions, and they actually have been listening to players. And one of the neat features is there is a classic mode, which they call it, and you can basically turn off all of the other crap. If you just want to play normal Scrabble, you can turn off all of the stuff, and that's what you can see. That's why if you have been using this app, you can see that my screen is not full of bells and whistles, basically. Now, the way that you would turn that off, you'd go into your profile, and now if I remember how to do this, I believe you go into the settings, and then mode settings down in the bottom right hand corner, and there should be an option to switch to classic. So that's what mine looked like. Now, when I first did this, I was only using the desktop version, and it didn't have that. So the advice there is that if you can't find that and you want to go to classic mode, you can just go to contact customer service, you hit the contact button, and you do that. So I'm just going to close that, but you can raise things, and you know what, they did it in about 2 hours or something. I didn't need it in 2 hours, but they did it. So they've done a little bit up. Now, the online version that's in Facebook, it's not optimized, so like scrolling's a bit weird. But on the off chance, if you are feeling sadistic and you do want to play me, there's my ID right there. And hey, maybe you'll make it to one of these videos. I don't know if how many of these I'll do. We'll see. I might do some other things anyway. This is what my basic screen looks like at the moment. I believe these are your top awards that you can get. Top 15%. Yeah, so there's not a lot. So obviously I don't play any of the other sort of games. Now, I did back in like in 2018, I believe, when this game came out. I did play it, but for me, for my own tastes, I didn't like playing bots. I didn't like playing people who were much lower rated than I am. I just prefer to do what I just wanted to play some Scrabble against people, mainly that I knew. And at least now, you don't have to know the person. You don't have to be friends with them to play them, which actually I really like, because I don't want to be friends with anyone. So in the tradition of playing Scrabble online, we'll go to the game. So I've got about 4 or something here. I'm just going to go through some of the moves that I'm going to go, and I will, as always, I will explain what my thinking is. So back to this game where I'm winning. Had a few, well, I had one bonus and the Z, so that was easy. I've got a really horrible rack. So earlier I played ITZ here. My opponent had opened this sort of spot up, and I only had VX. I just had a really bad rack at that point. So all I did was went for score. Now in this one, like, this is bad, and really what I'm hopefully going to do is get rid of as many of these heavy tiles as I can, but it's not going to be easy. Now, my opponent wasn't nice enough to give me a Y here, so I could play Vuggy. That would be good. And unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here, is that I really want to use this X spot, but I can't, because I just don't have the right letter combinations. So I mean, maybe your temptation might be to play something like Vig. While it's it's good, it blocks up the board, and I mean it really blocks up the board. I actually would prefer to keep that spot open for myself. So let's look at a couple of things that we want on the board. Like, we've got the X, we're in the position of power here. So what can we do to make that even nicer for us? And well, one of the things we can do is open up spots for ourselves. I would say, so, and the reason you don't want to play Vig, right? You can go, oh, well, I blocked this spot off. But this isn't a closed board. If we were ahead, now we're 90 ahead. We're 90 ahead, and that's, that's fine, that's good. But that's not really, we're not really dominating our opponent. So the last couple of plays that they've done really does come into play, should come into our thinking here. One of them is that they've just played tanky. They've just got rid of some nice letters. So what are they possibly keeping with this? Also, before this move, they played ice, which is a two vowel move, and that tells me they drew really terribly on the previous move, and they must have something like really massively close to a bonus. So blocking here is not going to do anything. Go away. Turn off. Alright. Blocking this spot's not going to do anything. You might say, well, it blocks off this horde area, this little spot here. It does, but given what their plays are before, they're most likely probably got an S, probably got a blank even, and we're, playing onto the E is probably most likely playing onto the. If I was going to do some blocking, I'd need to be blocking this whole area and not just, not just this tiny bit here. What I actually want to do is keep this area for myself. If they do play a bonus down here or here, then I can capitalize on the X. So what I kind of want to do, I'm almost thinking I can get away with playing Vug. So it's 22, right? But you might go, well, that's a bad score. Well, I was only getting, if I'm thinking that's a bad score there, but I'm thinking this is a good score there, it scores 2 more than the Vig, and I block off my spot. So I don't actually want to do that. So I can't think of it. I actually cannot think of anything better. The other things that are going through my mind is Gig here, Gigue. It's doable. It just doesn't score very much, and there's not a lot of point in doing this. You give them this triple, which, no, sorry, not this triple, double, which, they could have an INGS word, they could have an IEST, and those are the kind of letters that I'm expecting my opponent to have, considering they just played the T, they just played. So they didn't play things like they didn't play just the Y, for example. So I think Vug is going to be my best. So and other reasons for Vug is that it blocks this double spot for the H. It does block off this W, and it kind of kills this double spot. So if they're going to bonus, they bonus here, which is fine. I don't care. I'm grabbing at 3 tiles for the to N. So let's see what's left. If I'm going to go with what's left, F is good. N, as I mentioned, T, S even will do it. P will do it. So I've got a fairly high chance to just pick a 60-point play just from that spot. And if I want to, next turn things. Look, it's a horrible rack, but we're salvaging the best we can get. So I'm going to submit. What do I really want? I'd say I didn't get it. I'd say I would have wanted maybe, like there's an F, a T, etc. What am I going to do next term? I don't actually know now. I was hoping for NIX would have been fine, but missed everything. Oh well. But you know what? You know what would have been worse if I'd missed everything and then they bonus anyway, and then I don't have any score, or I picked my N or my F. Alright, so let's go to the next one, moving right along. I only just started this game, okay, so it's like etiolate. Yeah, that'll do. So, there's not much to really talk about, except the only thing here is I've just checked that I'm not missing a higher score. So the word I'm just talking about, etiolate, yeah. I think I'd play it here. You can play it in either, or it doesn't really matter. It's not that critical. 77 is fine. The only thing I'd look for is that there isn't a double-double with this Z. So let's say I get 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'd get 64 if I just play 3 tiles. I can't really see anything. I guess what I'd be wanting to do is play like a Azurite, Zeolite, something like that. But I actually can't see anything here. So yeah, we're just going to play a Etiolate. If I was in a tournament and this was the start of the game, I'd be playing this immediately, not even thinking about it. And the reason for that is, actually, should I? No. I kind of don't like the A there, but E-T-I, it's probably better than the I anyway. The reason I wouldn't think about it at all, because I'll double check the Z obviously, but if you see it, you should just be playing it at the start of the game in a tournament. Alright, so knowing the caliber of Seydu, he's, you know, easily top 10 player in the world, which means when he does that, he's setting himself up for a bonus, and he probably wants to play through here. So we're going to do the best that we can to just stop him from doing that. I mean, I could play, like, maybe if I could play something like this, but I think I've got to think of something a little bit more inventive to block these out. Now, there's multiple ways we can block this, but the obvious one is to play the P here. You might want to play pen, like unpen, I think is good. So that's probably the best, and we leave the M. It's not that easy to get through here, but he's knowing his skill level as well. The word he's probably plays onto the G anyway. Now, what I am going to do, I'm just going to check that there's not a better play somewhere. So I think I want to play Manum, and it's not right. Okay, it's Numo. Yeah, I have gotten caught out with that one before. Something with an M-E-N. Not sure. Ideally, I'd be playing through here somewhere. Prenup, sort of jumping out of me, not quite. So, yeah, I can't really see anything better. So, other things that I was thinking, I've thought of was like, let's play an N hook here. Unpen will go. I mean, unpen will go here as well. Now, do we want to play unpen? The key really is, do I want to play unpen? Now, it is 26. That's very tempting. I really want to hold onto my sort of balance here. I think in this regard, yeah, we'll just have to play unpen. Another option is that he might be eyeing this R out to play through, and by playing unpen, we do make it slightly less likely, even though it is, you know, it's most likely going to end in an S. But if he's got something, you know, through there, I'm fully expecting him to bonus and to have a bonus that's anywhere. So, I mean, in that regard, you could also say, well, why don't you just play the high score? The only reason I wouldn't is because MEA isn't the best of leaves, and you know what? I really wanted to play this, but it's not allowable. No, that's all I can think of at the moment. Can we play through the ISE? That's something I might look at. I can't think of anything. Yeah, let's just let's play. Yeah, let's play Unpen. That'll do. There are blanks and S's still out, so we'll be looking at them. I'm going to play Jane's just in case she comes back. Let's see what we did. Okay, so she didn't play a bonus. That's good for us. So she picked the J. So again, I'm being acutely aware she's really close to a bonus. And so in that light, I'm going to try and block as best I can now, because the game's kind of, closed up, sort of. So part of this was that it does interplay with what I was doing over here. It just has now worked out that it's okay. I'm almost tempted to play Ghibli, and the reason for that is what I'm saying is this is the word I'm thinking of. The reason it does end up blocking a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't actually play it there. I would actually play it here, and it was just basically to be annoying. Don't really like it though. It's not a great move. We really want to continue our momentum here. I'm almost, you know what I'm really tempted to do is just to play Ghibli here, and the reason for that is I'm saying, okay, I know you got a bonus, but I don't think you've got a triple. If you do, good on you. But I'll leave this open, and then I've got my X spot, and then I've got a whole bunch of like nice spots I can play in a minute. So I think I'm going to do that instead. So we're 110 ahead. So basically, out of reach. Now we just hit our TEX, REX. That's all we need. That's basically what we were going for. Okay, and on to the next game. All right. So remember, so before this turn, I played. So I had MRU and I played Pucan here, and Jeremy's just blocking as he should when he's 100 points ahead. He's blocking and he's scoring, so he's doing everything right. Sarumens, there's nothing there. How many things? Rescue plus an M, so I really need to bonus this. So the N's there, so it's like something like Sarumens. And do I have my... no, I don't have my Ziziva up, and I wanted just to show you the word I was talking about, but it's... play through the N, C-R-E-M-U. In fact, I might just do that. Let's pull that one up. So I'll put it on to pattern, so you can see Sarumen. This is the word. So yeah, it's a really weird one because it looks like a word that doesn't take an S, basically. Okay, so really, I just want to find a bonus here. Pity that wasn't an A. I really wanted to get rid of the U last turn. I don't know. I think I'm toast in this game. I've been toast for a long time. But this is just a nail and covenant. I don't know what I'd play here. Look, obviously, I can't see a bonus. Hold on. Is Merceau is good? Merceau is good. Yeah, I think it... let's see. So the beauty about this is you don't have to play the wrong way. Okay, Merceau is not. I thought Merceau was good. So let's pull that up. No, okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a little cheaty here. Just gonna say, is it an O maybe? More so, yeah. Okay, cool. So I was close. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe an I'm word. Oh man, that's so, yeah, so close to everything. This is nothing's jumping out at me here. Oh, and this is, I mean, this is a pretty cool feature as well. The curse me. Got no triples even. This is a nightmare. So what I mean by that is there's no triples on the board where I can just open up and, you know, pray for great letters. I just want to check the bag as well. Oh God, yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, basically. So I have to get rid of the Emmy. We're toast. I can't win from here unless I was to bonus somehow, which I honestly cannot see me bonusing. I'm gonna check it in a minute. Unless I was to bonus here. Yeah, I can't see me. Yeah, no. All right. No. Okay, so I'll just accept the loss, move on. All right, so let's say we're playing in a. We'll treat this as if I was playing in a tournament. I've seen how the game's going, and I've just gone, okay, what am I gonna do for the rest of the game? I'm probably gonna try and play something stupid like this. But what I should be doing is I should be looking forward to losing by the least. So how do I do that? Part of this one would be, yeah, I should be playing. You can play for also Scrum. You know what? It's going to be Scrum. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to lose gracefully and be done. Oh, look, that's 48 points. I have run the risk of getting a lot of vowels, and I do. So there was nothing I could really do about that. The Q was in the bag, so I was going to pick it up anyway. And with what was in the bag, is there any... So I'd gotten rid of the U, and I'd picked up, you know, pick the thing. So let's just check. So what was it? A rescue plus an M. Nothing. Oh, that's my pattern. All right, rescue plus an M. No, nothing. That was it. Okay, I'll feel better about myself then. That was the only bonus. All right. Well, that is Scrabble Go on the things. I'll just check that I don't have any more. No, haven't done. That's Scrabble Go. Maybe I'll be back with some more videos on it if things pick up. We'll see. Or I might play some sort of challenge games. Go away, people. And yeah, and I will catch you next time. Bye.